Okay. Well, I fell asleep earlier, so that's great. But anyway, you know, I got children in the house. Everybody's sick. Jesus, man, my youngest kid has been breathing heavy and 102 temp, and it's been 2 days straight. Plus, dealing with all the problems I'm having, and then doing my work today in the daytime, and everything else that's going on. And then I watch Monday Night Raw, and I think, man, this time could be better spent somewhere else. Pretty much, if you didn't watch Raw tonight and you're like, should I watch Raw? You know, what did I miss? I don't think you really missed much anything, other than Randy Orton probably doing his best impression of trying to be a face I've ever seen. That was the most face I've ever seen out of Randy Orton. I got to be honest there. Congratulations to SITH NEGAN, who last night, I don't remember the exact number, but I have it written down somewhere, and I'll find the number eventually. But the bottom line is SITH NEGAN has surpassed the Himmel God for the all-time total donation amount. Just over $26,000 at around $27,000, I believe. The numbers could be a little bit wrong, but because I have my math was done upstairs on a different computer. But the bottom line is that SITH NEGAN is now the all-time leader in donations, and it will be reflected in the description box below going forward from here on out. Unbelievable. Congratulations to SITH NEGAN, man. That is, I mean, I don't know if it's congratulations, but it's congratulations to me. I mean, I guess, but but no, congratulations, man, to him on that, and thank you, because that is absolutely unbelievable. Unreal. And now we will now live be able to see me change the situation. Down below in the description box, executive producers of the Joe Cronin Show. Anybody who's donated over $3,000 of support gets on the executive producers list. Brian Himmelfarb will now, the all-time title will now be placed for SITH NEGAN, which is incredible. All-time. He is the donation legend. Himmel God will now fall to second. All time. Incredible stuff, man. I mean, that is huge. Give SITH NEGAN some special asterisks there. Hit save. There it is. It's official. Great to see that. Giving people some time to get in here. Hope you guys hit the like button. Stick the thumb up my rectum where you don't want to be going. And I'm gonna keep it as brief and to the point as I can tonight on this Raw review, knowing that I've got children, that we have doctor's appointments now, and sick people, and 102 temps and things like that. And I myself have much to do. So thank you. Thank you. And despite all that, I'll have probably $0 in the bank tomorrow. So don't worry, Phantom. I won't have much tomorrow either. I owe the IRS $70,000. So if you've got $6 in your pocket, that's not bad. I have negative like 80,000. So I mean, it could be worse. I basically have no money, and I owe the IRS $70,000. I also owe $10,000 worth of credit cards. So technically, I have less than no money, if you wanted to add up all my debt. If you added up my credit card debt and the things that I owed, like cars and credit cards and things like that, I mean, I'm $15,000 in debt of credit and $70,000 in debt of IRS. And if you're wondering how it's possible that number keeps growing, $15,000 a year plus penalties for 4 years. 15, 30, 60 penalties, plus I pay them. So, I owed $100,000. Then I owed $40,000. Now I owe $60,000. That's how it works. So just so you know, I'm terrified beyond the capacity of rational thought. Ghostbusters line. But let's get to Monday Night Raw and stop talking about this before I pass out and have a heart attack. Now, if anybody wants to loan me $100,000, it has a lot of money. If you're out there and you have a lot of money and you want to loan me $100,000 or you want to loan me $50,000, I'll gladly pay you 11% interest over 10 years. Please hit me up and we'll arrange those documents now. I'd rather owe you than the government. So anybody rich out there wants to loan me money for like 12% interest, let's go. But that being said, Omos looked a little better tonight, didn't he? He looked like a tiny bit better. But let's get to the big announcement. I mean, the one that we all pretty much knew was going to happen, but we all, even I switched gears to that Stone Cold was going to be in the corner against Vince McMahon. I switched gears to that. I really believed that was instead. First, we thought it was going to be Kevin Owens Austin, and then we heard that rumor. It was pretty legitimized, and then we went, well, maybe he's in the corner of Pat McAfee, and Vince McMahon's in the corner of Austin Theory. Okay, that's what they're doing. But nope, they're back to this. So, very interesting. However, the downer is that everybody wanted a match at WrestleMania, and this isn't going to be a match, yet the announcers kind of sold it like a match. They were like, could he really be coming back at WrestleMania after all these years? Well, what are you talking about? He's not a match. Like, I don't understand why they basically it's not a match, but the announcers sold it as a match. Why did they do that? So Corey Graves is like, it's been 19 years. Since what? Like, let's think about this logically. It's been 19 years since what? It's been 19 years since Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestled a match. But this isn't a match, so how has it been 19 years? He was just on Raw a year and a half ago. So it hasn't been 19 years since he's come out and grabbed a microphone. He has been in the ring with people like the New Day and stunned McMahon a couple of years ago. So it hasn't been 19 years since he's gotten in the ring with a microphone. It hasn't been 19 years since he stepped in the ring and stunned people. It's been 19 years. Hasn't been 19 years since he stepped in the ring at WrestleMania. So you're saying it's been 19 years, as in, like, there's going to be a match at WrestleMania. So it's going to be a match. But they said Kevin Owens show. So I honestly think it's false advertisement. I think they're trying to basically bait you into thinking it could be a match. It's not going to be a match. And I don't get that. That pisses me off, quite honestly. I wish they'd just say, step in the ring with me at WrestleMania. Yeah, we all know it was a wrestling match for Mustafa. We all get that. But the point is, that means it's going to be a wrestling match then. So it's been 19 years. So that means that Stone Cold is having a match with Kevin Owens? That's not what they said in the thing. So is it a match or isn't it a match? So, but what I think is going to happen, I think Kevin Owens is going to call out Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he's just going to get stunned, and that's going to be it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm worried about. But I wish they built it like that. Like, well, what's he going to do? Come out here and talk to Kevin Owens on the mic, and and they're going to build it like maybe he won't be there, and then he comes out, and that's it. He says some things, stuns Kevin Owens. But I would have been better if they had said that I want it to be a match, and Kevin Owens comes out ready to wrestle and challenges Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then Austin comes out with the trunks on. Imagine that. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out wearing the trunks and everything. And it's too bad JR won't be calling it, but Michael Cole being like, oh my God, he's dressed to wrestle. Like, that sort of thing. Like, he's dressed for a fight. King, he's dressed for a fight. That sort of thing. Steve Austin isn't dressed to be interviewed on the KO show. He's dressed for a wrestling match. And it'd be great if, then he got the microphone and Kevin Owens was like, hey, man, I didn't expect a match. I just wanted to step in the ring and face-to-face have a talk with you. And Steve Austin goes, well, I came here to whoop somebody's ass, and now you're going to get your sorry ass into the ring so I can do it. Like that sort of thing. Like, and he throws the mic, the crowd goes, rah! And then the bell rings and like, can you believe this? What the hell's going on? You know, and it's like a surprise sort of thing. That would be wonderful. But I am preparing myself for not that. I'm preparing myself for, you know, the Brother Love show or the Roddy Piper's Pit situation. I mean, it really feels like that, you know? It does. But hopefully not. Hopefully it's more of we're getting the real deal. I hope. We can only hope. If you want Steve Austin to whoop Kevin Owens' ass and do the stunner the right way at WrestleMania, give me a hell yeah. Does that at WrestleMania? That'd be fire. Dude, I see Stone Cold hit the ring in wrestling gear and really have throw some clotheslines, punches, kicks, vast press, middle fingers out of the ring games, get back in the ring, couple things happen. Kevin Owens takes over now for a few. Then Stone Cold turns the tide, stunner, it's over. Boom. Like, you give me that, I'm going to pop. I'm going to blow up. I'm going to blow up if that's what happens at WrestleMania. I'll freaking come unglued. By the way, what's up to everybody? How you guys doing? I hope you all had a good day. If you guys want to donate to the show, the donation link is down below. All the donation amounts are listed down below, so pop one off if you'd like and support the channel, support the show. Link is in the chat. Let me put it in there for the people that wanted it. There you go. Some people asking me. Now you have it. But I think it will be interesting, man. So we'll see what's up. I mean, what is Seth Rollins? I mean, somebody in the chat hit me up. What's going on? I've been watching so much stuff tonight that now I can't figure out what is Seth doing? What is Seth going to be doing at WrestleMania? And how about that Otis versus the table? Otis just can't get a table to break when the guy gets it picked up and put through it or put onto it. And that table just won't break for Otis ever. I don't think it was supposed to necessarily. But, man. Whew. Good Lord. The first match was so long, man. I mean, the first match started about 10 minutes in, and it went forever. You know, I mean, these guys wrestled for like 40 minutes or something. I don't know the exact time, but it was a long time in that opening match with those guys. And Randy Orton and RKO and RK Bro, whatever, and Riddle, tag team champs. Randy Orton cutting the most babyface promo I've ever heard. When Randy Orton cuts babyface promos, I get uncomfortable. I don't know why, but it's so uncomfortable because I just don't believe him. It's hilarious.
Defeat for Owens, Rollins. Friend.
This is weird.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to say the F word. It's a word I've never said in 20 years that I've been here. Over 20 years, I'm going to say the F word, and I'm going to say that this man is my friend. And I wouldn't have rather been out here with anyone else.
He is pumping it up good, man. He's doing a really good Triple H face type of thing or something here. So great on Randy Orton. I mean, it sounded pretty good, man. I mean, they're doing pretty decent, these two. And now, you know, and they really have been from the start, but pretty decent here with the tag team of Riddle and Orton. Whoever came up with the idea to pair them, you know, ended up making the right call. You know, and some of us who scoffed at it, you know, I mean, they made the right call. And even since day one, it's been like was at one point one of the only things on the show that was like, that was all right. You know, at least it was all right. Everything else was bad, and that was all right.
Truth be told, I don't have any other friends but Riddle. We're going to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah!
Spike that mic.
Your new Raw Tag Team Champions, WrestleMania bound. The fight for under.
Eddie Gomes on Twitter just sent me, he believes it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Could be right. But I still think Cody Rhodes is showing up after WrestleMania. I think he's going to show up the night after WrestleMania. I mean, it's either that or Ring of Honor for him, but I'm betting he goes to WWE. I mean, I still think he's coming the night after WrestleMania. But Madcap Moss for Seth. Seth Rollins versus Graves if Cody doesn't show up, says J-Rod. Oh, Corey Graves versus Seth Rollins. How about Becky Lynch in the hospital right now she had her voice box exploded or bruised or something. I sort of saw that earlier. I've been so busy with things that whatever. Imagine when Friend, they beeped it out. You're my F. Beep. That's funny. Eddie Gomes said that to me. A lot of people actually saying that in the chat, too. So, we'll see, man. Owens had his dreams ruined. Then Dana Brooke was in the ring looking like a fucking snack. I would lick her fucking whole body, let me tell you. She looks like a fake person, but I'd still lick her body. I don't care. And then Tamina comes out and gives me limp dick, that's never a good thing. Let's hear from Seth Rollins now. God damn, Dana Brooke is great. I love her. If Miss Piggy was sexy, that'd be her. I love the zoom in on Seth Rollins. He's just staring off into nowhere.
Raw Tag Team Championship match.
Do you guys remember the last time Seth Rollins did this during the pandemic when he had a blank stare and he looked crazy? Do you guys remember that? Me and DeMarco were losing our minds, dude. We were friggin' dying, man. Remember that? What was that? Does anybody remember? Remember they were like, Rollins, are you okay? And he was like, he just looked insane. Do you guys remember that during the beginning of the pandemic or whatever, or whenever the first of the Thunderdome? And Rollins did this sort of exact thing where he's just fucking in a fucking fog. Like he doesn't know what the hell to think. He's just looking off into space. like I'm fucking bleeding. My wife has no voice box anymore. My eye's bleeding. Oh my Christ, dude. Look at him. He doesn't know what to do. He looks like he just found out that his great-grandfather molested his mom, and he's dead, and they're both dead now. He looks just fucked up, bro. That is hilarious. That is fucking... I started dying of laughter when I saw that. Look.
Seth, this must be devastating for you, missing this opportunity to be at WrestleMania. You care to comment at all?
See, logically, you would think he'd just face Owens at this point, but okay. I like how the fucking guy runs away in the background. I just realized that. He fucking runs away. He just he starts stepping away with the microphone and then just runs away. Like Seth Rollins is a ticking time bomb that's going to explode if he doesn't get away. Like he's a fucking Ukrainian nuclear power plant. He's like, I got to get out of here.
This opportunity to be at WrestleMania. You care to comment at all?
You care to comment, Seth? The guy just starts running away. Oh my God, the way he backs away. Holy shit, dude, that is so funny. Man, usually the backstage interviews are just fucking atrocious. And although that is a very simple, stupid thing, that cracks me up, man. That is some funny shit. Man, kudos to that segment because that was funny. I actually laughed. I mean, WWE, you made me laugh. And that doesn't happen often from you anymore because you're fucking pathetic. So, man, you made this old Cronin laugh. My 1984 born 37-year-old ass actually laughed at that segment. Soon to be 38 years old. I can't wait till I'm 38. That's going to be great. 2 years away from 40. Fuck me. And I still don't know what I'm doing with my life. And I could be, I could go to jail probably for owing the goddamn government. Who knows what will happen? Wouldn't that be fun? But we'll see. Kevin Owens, man, with his big... I like the way he delivered it, you know. He set it all up. We knew who he was talking about. Then fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, it was a great ending of that promo. That's going to be huge on the replay value of the WrestleMania highlight videos or whatever you want to call it. But again, is he wrestling Steve or is it just the Kevin Owens show? I don't get it. If it's just the Kevin Owens show, this is stupid. And why did Corey Graves say, it's been 19 years? So if it's a wrestling match, then that makes sense. If it's not a wrestling match, why would you say it's been 19 years? Because Stone Cold was here 2 years ago. Stone Cold was here 3 years ago. Stone Cold was at WrestleMania 5 years ago. So it doesn't make any sense. So if they don't have a match, I'm going to be bullshit. I would rather just say Stone Cold's coming out for a segment at WrestleMania. That's all you need to do. But if you fuck around with teasing that it's a match and it's not a match, that's going to seriously piss me off. And it's going to take away from what I want to see at WrestleMania. And I hope that they know that. And if they know that, then this is perfect. Because the doubt that he may not be a match leaves you with something to anticipate, and then when it happens, it's going to be awesome. So then, big time credit to them. But if they pull a bait and switch, and this isn't a match, dude, I'm going to combust. All right? I'm going to freaking combust. Donations, let's check them out.
Super Chat Party!
My man, C Nation, dropping $5.
The KO show will turn into a match where the match will end just as quick as The Rock versus Eric Rowan at WrestleMania 32.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I would honestly, what I'd like to see is the Kevin Owens show turns into a match. Or I would love it if Kevin Owens was like, I invite him to come out on my show and ask him, why he wouldn't challenge me or something like that. And I would love if then Owens wanted to back out of it and Steve Austin grabbed the mic and he said, I didn't dress to dance. I didn't dress for an interview. Get your sorry ass in the ring. And he spiked the fucking microphone. Dude, the crowd would lose it. And Owens is playing games on the outside, finally gets in the ring, and I would love it. They start slugging back and forth. The crowd's exploding. They're slugging back and forth. Collared elbow tie up, right to the corner. Blah, 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 off the rope, Austin Lou Vest press, pound, 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 all this bullshit. Austin's beating him up, and then Austin stomping a mud hole in the corner, and then, he goes for a stunner. Kevin Owens blocks it, turns him around, pokes Austin in the eye, and then Kevin Owens takes over for 5 minutes, or 3 to 4 or 5 minutes, calms it down. Then Owens, Stone Cold fights back for a second. Kevin gets back at him. And then eventually, Steve Austin hits a stunner. And you can do all that in 5 to 8 minutes. And that's all we need. That's more than, I think, Rowan and The Rock. But I think you can do more. I think it can be more than just a stunner and over. And I think even Austin would want to respect Owens more than that, too. I don't think Austin would want to just kick him and win and be like, that's it. I think that Steve would want 5 to 8 minutes. And that if you can do that, that's enough for me. If it was 2 minutes, I'd be like, But just the idea, if it's a match, I want it to be a match. I don't care. If it has to be a minute or two, fine. But anything less than a match, and I'll feel a little bit annoyed, by this bait and switch, is what I would call it. What up, Mr. Pico Baxter? What up, J-Rod? What up, everybody who's in the channel that's new and all the old school people? What's going on, man? Almost for over 9 years, the Joe Cronin Show live after every single Monday Night Raw, WWE event, and now AEW. We're always live here, man. I've been doing it forever. I've been doing this so long. Fuck, I was doing this before almost anybody else. All the people that were doing this when I was doing it at the beginning aren't even doing it anymore. Fucking crazy. Think about 10 years of going live on YouTube after Raw. It's crazy. It's very crazy. And when we started, we used to have 30 people in here, 10, 20, 30. And then eventually we had about 100 sometimes. And at pay-per-views, we had thousands. And then, man, we had thousands watching every Monday night until the pandemic. And now we're down to 349. But, hey, man, it's still more than we started with. It's still more than the first 2 years of this show. So that's good. But we got to get wrestling to come back, man. And that's the problem with WWE. Is they've killed so many fans. There's barely anybody watching anymore. It's almost unbelievable. So I hope that WrestleMania is decent. I mean, AEW Revolution last night was awesome. That show was great.
Looks like my little ass needs a shaving.
Robbie Hyde.
I really thought Orton was going to turn on Riddle.
Me too.
Gotta think it'll happen eventually. I don't see who else Rollins could face other than a returning Cody Rhodes. Who else could it be?
I mean, I'm thinking it could be somebody new, or like Veer. Like Veer is coming, but I still think Veer is going to come, well, in his pants. But Veer is going to come the night after WrestleMania. I still think that. So, I don't know. I do think Cody Rhodes is coming to WWE. I think this information about him, it didn't work out and all that other stuff, I think that's fake news by WWE. Oh, it didn't work out. No, he's coming.
Looks like my little ass needs a shaving.
Seth Rollins needs an opponent? Why not me? Ryback? The greatest wrestler alive.
Why don't you make it me? Finish it. Feed me more. Feed me, Seth Rollins. Hey, I was just thinking that maybe I could step into the ring and I could suck Seth Rollins' dick in front of everybody. That'd be really good, right? I mean, first I would eat a hamburger, and then I'd eat some corn, and then I would finish on Seth. Oh, Ryback, roar. Ryback, roar. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Oh.
All right, Ryback. Can you fucking settle down, Ryback? It's a little weird, okay? Relax, bro. Seriously. Fuck's wrong with you, dude?
I'm just really excited about this, I want to finish in him.
Ryback, first of all, I think that's rape. Second of all, the object in a match, if you face Seth Rollins, isn't going to be to ejaculate into another man in the ring. It's to get a 1-2-3 pinning combination or pinfall of some kind. You realize that, right? It's not to penetrate his anus?
No. When I would pin a guy, I would sort of slide up to his rear, and as I was pinning him, and the referee would go 1, 2, and the ring would bounce when the referee counts, I could feel my throbber rubbing up against him when the mat was shaking.
Did you just say throbber? Ryback, did you just call your dick a throbber?
Well, not my dick, but like if it was erect and it was rubbing up on him, I would call that a throbber.
All right, okay, well, that's fucking bizarre. That's weird, actually. Ryback, thank you for the donation. I don't know why you donated. You're over there in the studio, so I don't know why you need to donate while you're here, but hey, man, whatever floats your boat, you got some money, I guess, still. So, Ryback, thanks for the $4, man. Feed Me More Nutrition on Amazon. Order yours now, man. Feed Me More Nutrition. Ryback is an amazing guy. Rollins could do an open challenge and then have the return at WrestleMania. That's true. That could happen. That'd be great. That would be similar to when Jericho arrived. Was it New Japan or was that Ring of Honor? I forget now. But we didn't know if it was going to be him or not, and then he showed up, and it was awesome. Do you guys remember that? Was that Jericho? I think that was Jericho, wasn't? What am I thinking of? Somebody out there who's a super nerd knows what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It was like Jericho or Omega or somebody was challenging somebody, and he really showed up, and we didn't know if it was really going to happen. Then it did, and it was cool. I don't know. I mean, that doesn't make any sense because, Omega and Jericho was booked for a while for New Japan, so it wasn't that match, but it was something, and God damn it, it's slipping my mind, or maybe I'm making it up in my head. I don't know. Man, but thank you for those donos, man. Super Chat should be activated as well if you guys want. Stone Cold would only agree to the KO show. He's not interested in a match. Okay, so you know what this is? This is WWE. So this is WWE trying to bait and switch people into Stone Cold's having a match. But Stone Cold doesn't want to have a match, so Stone Cold's just going to stun Owens. So it's going to be the Kevin Owens show. Kevin Owens is going to talk shit to Austin, and then Austin's going to stun him, and that's going to be it. Well, that sucks. Kind of, in a way. It was Jericho versus Okada. Thank you, Raw Dog. Thank you. That is very sad news to me. Sad WWE news. That's sad news, man, because if Sean Ross Sapp said that and that's the case, I mean, first of all, fuck him because he's an asshole. But that's sad. I mean, I guess Steve Austin could stun Owens and then maybe Seth Rollins could face Owens. You know, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's sort of disappointing, though, if that's the case. It really is. Like, I hate to say that because it's like, but I just wish they would say that, like straight up, like it's gonna be. Oh God, like it's gonna be an interview and that's it. Like, just tell us that. And I know that they're like, well, that's not good marketing to do it that way. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't want to be the guy that gets angry because I see Stone Cold at WrestleMania. You know? Sorry, just texting my boss. My boss was texting me. I kind of left him out to dry earlier, and I'm sorry. I totally fucking didn't speak for like a minute. Oh my God, man! On my own show, dude, I went blank. Ryback said "F you" on Twitter. Ryback said "F you" to Twitter support with 1 like. Okay. Ryback blocked me a long time ago, so I can't see what he says. Ryback is so crazy that after he blocked me on Twitter. And then I had to make a new name months later when my Twitter got taken out. And I made a new Twitter account, and I never tweeted Ryback, never said anything to him. And within 3 days of making a new Twitter, Ryback had me blocked, and I'd never tweeted him. And how would he know that? However, I was on my YouTube channel 2 days in a row saying, guys, my new Twitter is this. You got to find me on my new Twitter, my new Twitter. And then 2 days later, I was blocked on Twitter. But nobody had tweeted me and Ryback, and I hadn't tweeted Ryback. So that means Ryback was watching my show, saw my new Twitter, and then blocked it, which is fucking weird. I mean, like, that's some weird lengths to go to. You know what I mean? Very weird lengths to go to. Man, the board of sexy is empty tonight, bro. It is quiet. So that Rollins segment was funny as shit to me, man. I thought that was hilarious. That cracked me up. You know what else is cracking me up? Corey Graves is him and his girl's show. Apparently is just getting fucking abysmal ratings. Then The Miz came out and cut like some kind of promo that was decent enough with Jake, Logan Paul, whatever. Then Jerry the King Lawler came out, and we thought he was going to be a new commentary thing, but it was just for the segment with Ohio and whatever, and man, this was just bland to me. I don't know, bro. I didn't care. And then Ciampa comes out with his fucking shitty new music. Hey, Ciampa, great music, man. By the way, I heard it was Ciampa's idea. But then how could it be Ciampa's idea? Because I thought that CFO left. So because CFO left, they don't want to pay for that music, right? They don't want to have to pay for that music. So what? So Ciampa decided this is what I'm going to go with? I mean, so dude, either WWE sucks for not paying for the CFO Ciampa music, or the rumor is that Ciampa wanted to change it to make it better. Okay? Look, it sounds like shit. But the rumor is also that Aleister Black had his music changed. Aleister Black thought he needed new music. And Vince McMahon was like, all right, I guess if you want to change it, here it is. And so now I'm finding out that Aleister Black is the one that changed his music. It was him that changed it. That doesn't make sense to me, though. That fucking entrance was amazing. Then Aleister Black wanted to change it? Keith Lee's music was good. Then Keith Lee wanted to change it? Ciampa had good music. Now it said that Ciampa wanted a different music. What? So either the wrestlers are fucking retards or the WWE's lying about that. Ringside News says Austin never agreed to a match and that WWE falsely overblew what Austin's role is going to be. That makes the most sense. That's exactly what I'm fucking worried about. I'm fucking so worried about this, Derek. That he's just coming out there to fucking kick a stunner and say hi and that's it. Man, that sucks. This sucks. WrestleMania is already fucking screwed. If this is the case. WrestleMania is already dead. Put it in the headline of the title of this video. WrestleMania is dead. If that's the case. Now, if they make it seem like it's the Kevin Owens show, and then it turns into a match, that's really exciting, and then this is all worth it. But you guys are only going to know by watching my review that night, because I'll tell you what, if it's not a match, I'm going to explode with anger probably. Unless it's done very well and I'm very whatever, man, I'm going to be a spoiled little Mark bitch boy. I am going to be an angry in rare form Joe Cronin the night that happens. So you'll be wanting to watch my show because there are chances I will get myself canceled during that rant after WrestleMania. So that's not good. That is not good. What's Carmella and Corey Graves' show called? House Hunting Hell. Corey Graves and Carmella, episode 1, episode 2. Oh, all the episodes are up. This is a weird fucking show. I mean, who am I to speak, right? I mean, I barely get any views anymore. I get about 3,000 views a day, 5,000 views a day on my channel. You know, I used to get about 25,000 views a day on my channel or more. Who am I to speak? Every episode they release gets a couple 100,000. But they're on TV. Corey and Carmella. 7 days ago, their first episode did 3,200 views. 300,000 views. 322,000. Jesus, fuck, I can't speak when I'm tired. 208,000 coming in on the episode 2. And basically, by episode 5, the audience has dropped in half. And so, you know, I mean, they're getting a couple hundred. I mean, so their average viewership is about 250,000 people. I mean, what's being the elite or whatever? So, listen, for all the marks out there, I mean, they're not much different, right? Well, actually, let's take a look. Yeah, being the elite is doing. Let's see. Let's compare it to AEW's Being the Elite, the Young Bucks and their show. Carmella and Corey, over the past 2 weeks, are beating the average viewership of Being the Elite. Being the Elite doesn't crack 300,000 views in the past week to 2 weeks. Carmella and Corey did. So, you know, if you're out there making fun of Carmella and Corey for only getting 300,000 to 200,000 to 150,000 views, I mean, they're slightly beating Being the Elite, right? Now, the one thing you can, of course, say is, well, Carmella and Corey are on on the bigger show with millions of people watching them all the time. I mean, they're on Monday Night Raw that gets 1.5 million viewers. AEW Being the Elite AEW gets about 1 million viewers. So it makes sense, I guess. But Being the Elite used to get way more viewers, I think, years ago when they weren't even on TV. But no, they pretty much averaged, from what I'm looking at, around 200,000 views, Being the Elite. So, you know, I mean, listen, you can make fun of Carmella and Corey if you want, but I mean, again, they're beating Being the Elite. So more people, no matter what, even though they have a bigger audience to spread to, are choosing to watch Carmella and Corey Graves' new show than Being the Elite. Just by a little bit. By about 8 to 10%. Not a ton. We're all marks, yeah, at this point. If you're watching if you're watching wrestling, you're really a mark at this point. You're a super mark, right? You're a super smart mark. You know what I mean? Come on. Oh, shit. Yeah. Hey, oh my God, no. No. Oh my God, no. No. Hey, oh my God, no. No. Oh my God, no. No. Sam Skyrider. Hey, oh my God, OG no. Of the Joe Cronin Show. What up, Sam?
Revolution has better debuts than WWE has in over 10 years at taking over the wrestling debut.
Yeah, man. Sam Skyrider, thank you. Last night was so much fun at AEW Revolution. I had a blast last night's show. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I saw some people saying 10, 10, 9, 10, things like that. I get it. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I loved last night's show. I was very entertained by it. Man, that CM Punk MJF match
looks
story.
Like my little lass
fire.
Needs a shaving.
Sean Ross sucks.
Can Sean Ross sap and Denise Salcedo shut the fuck up? Sean's a puss boy and Denise makes my ears bleed.
Yeah, if you guys ever watch Sean Ross Sapp, every other day he's got a different bimbo on his show, you know? Go watch it. Seriously, the guy literally just has women come on so he can try to flirt and hit on them. Go look it up. I didn't even know about this. I used to think this in my brain. I used to be like, where does he find all these women to be on his show, and why are they always women? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just he's going to get Me Too'd at some point. He's going to get Me Too'd for being creepy with people. I guarantee it. And multiple women have already mentioned this, which is weird. No, I'm not going to get into what women say about him, but I'm just saying, like, well, that guy's a weird fuck. What a weirdo fuck. No. Oh my God, no. Did you donate again? What the hell? Oh my God, no. Hey, oh my God, no. Oh my God, no.
Your Revolution was better than anything WWE has put out in the last 10 years. How can you compete with a William Regal debut in such gold?
Yeah, it's hard
to... It keeps on getting better.
You know what's weird is, I mean, we all knew Regal was coming, but it was the way he came out, the intensity. William Regal brought intensity out to that debut, and that's what really put it over, man. It really did. So I give it to William Regal. That was fun. That was exciting. And it certainly beat this. Sam Skyrider, man, I'm going to give you the board of sexy, even though nothing over $20 has come in, because you dropped 2 12s, which I don't know if you meant to do, but either way, I'm going to put you on there as one of the only people on the board of sexy tonight. Braun Breaker looking pretty good tonight. But again, the NXT 2.0 product is goofy to me, just so lame. NXT used to be awesome. Ciampa's music is dog shit. The WWE music now is dog shit. So that kind of sucked. Almost looked a little bit better tonight on the mic. It felt, I don't know.
To punish and dominate every single superstar until there's none left.
I thought We Are the Nation was about to play. We Are the Nation.
I've annihilated everyone for one reason. I am not waiting for my WrestleMania moment. I am taking it, even if I have to punish and dominate every single superstar until there's none left.
Unfortunately, I got to be honest. I don't really buy it. I think Omos is a fun guy. Man, I don't buy Omos as a real bad person. I buy him as like a gentle giant. Man, I don't know. I'm watching this promo again. So here's what I would do with Omos. I believe Omos is a nice guy and a teddy bear type. And I believe that you work with that. And the way you work with that is this. You have Omos be a good guy, a face. And Omos doesn't want to hurt people. I want to go out and do as much as I can to win without seriously hurting somebody. And, you know, they have this story where it's like somebody's like, man, but why don't you go out there? Why would you say that? You need to be fierce. You need to destroy. You could kill people out there. And they tell a story where when Omos was a kid, he hurt somebody. And then he's in an interview with Michael Cole or something. And Michael Cole says, why do you let up on your opponents sometimes in the ring when you could do more? Why are you so dominant and powerful? You're able to win matches, but you could be better if you... There are some people that believe you could destroy people. Why don't you want to do that? Why don't you want to step in the ring with a guy like Dolph Ziggler? Dolph Ziggler has been tormenting you, almost. He's been making fun of you. He's been stealing your luggage and hiding it. He's been slapping you in the face. He spit at you the other night. Why would you not want to get retribution or teach him a lesson? It was the 7th grade. They bullied me. His name was John. I'll never forget his face. He bullied me, stole my lunch, called me big stupid. You know, all these things, right? And then he tells a story like where one day he hit me in the back of the head with a brick. And I felt everything go white for a second, like a flash. And I opened my eyes, and the pain was intense. And I reached to the back of my head, and I felt the warm wetness. I turned my hand to see covered in red. And I looked at my hand, and it was red. It was my blood. And my hands began to shake.
Looks like my little lass needs a shaving.
Talk about interrupting my intense moment. And my hand, I'll play that dono in a second. And my hands began to shake. And I saw the blood on my hands as it leaked out of the back of my head. And then Michael Cole is like, and then what? And then you walked away and you told, don't you think it's time to stop walking away? I didn't walk away. Michael, I didn't walk away. I beat this man. I beat his brains in. I beat his teeth in till he didn't have any more teeth. I beat his eyeballs into his head. I bashed in his skull. I stepped on his head. I stepped on his chest. I stepped on his legs. All that money my mother paid for me to be in that private school because she thought I had an easier time with my size. And I was expelled. I bashed his damn brains in. And I swore to myself that day I would never go that far ever. I would never hurt somebody like that again. I've seen people like Dolph Ziggler all my life. They're never going to change. When I wrestle, I wrestle. I don't street fight. I don't wrestle to maim people. I impose my will. I get the job done and I get out of the ring. I don't want to go out there and annihilate people. I don't want to go out there and hurt somebody. I don't want to go out there and ruin somebody's career and take away. Well, Omos, you know, with all that Dolph has done to you, there is something else that I refuse to do it, Michael. I refuse to go in angry and wrestle, and because it won't be a wrestling match. I'm afraid of what I could do. So I refuse to wrestle Dolph Ziggler because I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't ever want to hurt somebody that bad again. So what are you going to do? You're just going to keep taking it? You know, you're just going to keep letting it happen? I guess so. Well, I've got something to show you, Omos. And then Michael Cole shows Omos something else that Dolph Ziggler has done. You know what I mean? A really bad thing that Dolph Ziggler's now done to provoke Omos to a match at WrestleMania. And Omos looks at it and he goes, oh, damn. Oh, damn. You care to comment on what we just saw Dolph Ziggler do? I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna kill him at WrestleMania! I'm gonna kill Dolph Ziggler! You know, it's like holy shit, bro. Holy shit, bro. And people want to see Omos kill Dolph Ziggler. You know? So Omos is a face now who only wants to go out and wrestle, but doesn't want to get into violent confrontations, because when he does, he loses it and he snaps. So, and then from there on in, almost every match that he has, like he start out, he's like Mr. Nice Guy, right? Like the match is starting and Omos has a microphone and Omos is like, hey man, may the better man win. He puts out his hand to shake the guy's hand. The other guy spits on him, right? May the better man win. He shakes the guy's hand. And the guy just looks at him like, oh, fuck you, like spits on Omos, and Omos fucking goes like, ugh. Ah! Like fucking Michael Cole is like, oh no, like, oh my God, like what has he done? And then Omos just kills the guy, like bam, 1, 2, 3. You know, that sort of thing maybe could work. But doing this with Omos where he's like, just like, I'm going to go out there. It's just like another big guy talking trash, and it has nothing, and I don't even believe it. Almost feels like a big, gentle giant. But if you allow him to be the gentle giant, but then sort of transform into this unhinged psychopath, that could be fun, interesting, and it might allow him to see where he's supposed to be acting. It might help him. I don't know. But that, if I was in the room with Omos or Vince McMahon, that's the type of guy I would say we should go with. Let's go with good guy, gentle giant, and we'll rely on the heel to set Omos off. Almost Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, or think the Incredible Hulk. You won't like me when I'm angry, and I don't want to be angry because I'm a nice guy now, but I've still got that insane in me, and I don't want it to come out. And sometimes Omos can have a match with somebody and it's normal and he just kind of beats them, or has a good match with them, but then there are many other times, especially in feuds, where he gets angry and he flips out, and I mean he really turns it on, and he goes to this place. But anyway, that I would buy that more, I think, than this sort of I'm gonna, I just don't. I feel like he's a bear, like a big, like a teddy bear, So I don't quite buy it here. And you say, well, if you don't buy that, how would you buy what I just said? Well, I don't know. Where's the fucking audio? Why don't I hear any audio? What the fuck is going on? Why am I not hearing audio? Did I hit something? What the fuck? Am I fucking crazy? Why do I hear no audio? What the fuck is going on? Why is there no audio? What the hell is going on here? Okay, let me see why did I hit a button? I don't... Hello? Oh, here.
The New Day, Riddle, KANE.
Oh, that's right. A donation came in, and it was in the middle of my weird promo thing that I was doing. Oh, let me go back to the donos and hear what I missed. Sam Skywriter.
Looks like my little lass needs a shaving.
Mikkel Orton Riddle.
Pico here. Rather see Kevin Von Erich versus Michael Hayes than any match on Mania card. Some scrub comes out, interrupts Owens and Austin, talk shit about Texas and take double stunners. Kevin and Steve share beers. Austin stuns Kevin and leaves.
And then Ryback sucks penis. Huh, that's on there. Didn't read it, though. Yeah, I don't know, man. Not really sure. Becky Lynch got hurt in a house show and got her voice box kind of busted up a bit. So I guess, I guess a bruised voice box or shattered voice box. I don't know what it is. But it could be a couple of weeks before she's right. I don't even know what that means, to be honest. Interesting tweet from Christian Walker. This is a very interesting tweet from Christian Walker. The mayor of LA threatened to turn off our electricity during the pandemic if we didn't cooperate with his rules. I'll pass on the electric car. Yeah. Well, they can take away your oil or your electrical car. I mean, but yeah, that's a good point. That's a fucking hilarious point. Dude, I can't even remember that really happened. Why do people vote for that person in LA? Why in the world do you people in California vote for these people? What the fuck kind of brain damage goes on in LA and California that you would vote for somebody, again, who threatened to turn the power off? Is that real? I don't even remember now if he did that. Maybe that's a fake news statement, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I love Tony Khan, though. What a sweetheart he is. Look at him with the NXT chick. Tony Khan's like, hey, when you turn 8? No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's really cute. Becky said her tweet that she would kick... What? DWELSH just hit me up. That she would kick Bianca's ass next week. Oh, okay. So she'll be back. I mean, it's her voice box, so I think that, that's not good, but she probably just has some kind of different vocal regimen or something she's got to go through. I don't know. I'm not really sure. We'll find out. But yeah, give Monday Night Raw a 4 out of 10 tonight. Maybe a 3 out of 10.
Super Chat Party!
Drew Bar chiming in. What's up, Drew Bar?
Khali is full of tards.
Ooh, Cali is full of tards. Damn, I have a lot of friends out there in Cali. So, I like Cali. California. Poopy pants now. I like California, you know what I mean? I always thought I was like, if I could move anywhere, I'd go to LA. Not now, but I mean back, a while ago. I was like, I could move to LA, yeah. Wouldn't do it now, for sure. But back in the day, I used to think that. But yeah, Becky Lynch was in the hospital, pretty crazy. And, we'll see what happens. I would give Raw probably, 3 out of 10 tonight. Not good. Not good stuff. The Batman, we might see it eventually someday. I doubt I ever will. I doubt I'll ever see the Batman. The Batman. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Hit the like button and stick the thumb directly up my ass if you guys can. Thank you for that. I love you for it. I'll have a podcast that's coming up on Patreon tomorrow night. Whoa!
Robert Eller! Stop punching my car!
What do you think if it ends up being Kevin Owens and Seth versus Austin and Cody Rhodes? Would that be a big enough return for Cody? Teaming with Austin?
I don't think so. I think that is not going to happen, I don't believe. So, yeah, I don't think that's happening, Robert Heller. That, to me, that's out of the question. That's a fucking 1 in a million. I mean, that's an okay idea, but I don't think that's going to happen. Possible you could get Cody and Seth. Although I really thought Cody was going to show up the night after on Raw. That's really what I believed. And, man, if Cody doesn't show up, then that's just hilarious. If Cody Rhodes doesn't show up by SmackDown after Mania, that's just fucking pathetic, But, hey, whatever. It's whatever it is. At least maybe he can come back to AEW because, man, they need him over there. They need that style of match. I love Cody's entrance, his style. Man, he's such a good match to have for variety in AEW. But you know what? If he brings that same excitement to WWE, goddamn do they need it. So Stone Cold isn't having a legit match, like I said, then this sucks. And WWE are liars because they basically bait and switch this whole fucking thing. Oh, it's been 19 years. No, it hasn't. If he's not wrestling, it hasn't been 19 years. Dude, Corey Graves said it's been 19 years. So that's a lie. That's not true. He was here a few years ago on Raw several times. He was at WrestleMania a few years ago. So it hasn't been 19 years unless he's going to have a match. And then, yes, it's been 19 years since he's had a match. So you're telling me he's having a match. But then if he doesn't have a match, well, you said it's been 19 years, indicating it's a match, and then it's not a match. That's fucking stupid. So that will piss me off, and I will literally explode into a rant that will get me probably fucking taken down. My rant on that will be off the page. Jesus Christ, WWE News. That tweet you just sent me is hilarious. I can't play that on the air, though, because I will get a copyright for that. And I don't think we're going to be able to cover that dough that we would lose. So we got to do the right thing. Robert Heller, thank you for the $21 late donation, man. Coming in late, Robert Heller making the board of sexy. And the board of sexy is slim pickings tonight. But thanks to everybody who's been donating tonight, no doubt about it. But I will put 2 people on the board of sexy tonight. Robert Heller and Sam Skyrider, since he had back-to-back 12s. That's 24, so, hey, man, I'll put you on the board of sexy. That's damn good enough for me. Thank you guys for supporting the show enough to kind of keep me on the air a little bit here as I'm up against it. And congratulations and a big, huge thank you, man, to SITH NEGAN, who donated $500 last night to the show and became the #1 all-time donation leader ever in Joe Cronin Show history, surpassing the Himmel God, SITH NEGAN, 69, baby. Thank you to SITH. God damn, man. Amazing amount of support from SITH NEGAN, the donation god, the donation lord, the donation emperor, the donation dildo master. That is SITH NEGAN. Everybody else, I'll see you tomorrow with the Patreon podcast coming. And then I'll see you Wednesday night for the AEW Dynamite review. I'll see you on Patreon tomorrow, though. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thanks to Alex A. for becoming a $5 patron in the Cronin Club. Thanks for joining the Cronin Club, Alex. What's up? We got a new episode of Picard this Thursday. I'm excited for the second episode of Picard Season 2. It's not the greatest show. It's pretty rough to watch. Not exactly the best Star Trek, but it's something, and I'll watch it, and we'll talk about that on the side on my Evil Spectrum 3 channel. I'll be talking about Stabbing Westward soon as their new CD album's about to come out. First one in 20 years or something like that. Stabbing Westward, Chasing Ghosts. Stabbing Westward on Bandcamp, releasing that. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. Go check it out. And, of course, Placebo's got a new CD coming out, which I'm interested in as well. My friends over at Smile Empty Soul have some music out and a tour coming up. So shout out to Smile Empty Soul And Dan, he's a great guy, great singer, great musician, songwriter. Love Smile Empty Soul. And The Birthday Massacre just released their new CD. So I'm going to be talking to a lot of these different bands on my other channel coming up in the future. So I'd like to plug that, and we'll tell you about it when it happens. I'll be doing a movie review on The Batman coming towards the end of the week whenever I get to see the damn thing. I know many of you already have. Looks pretty good. And so interested in that. We got the Halo TV series coming. Then we got Stranger Things in May. There's a bunch of shit, man. There's a whole bunch of shit coming out. I'm going to be watching whenever I can that show Outlander with my wife here or there maybe. New season of that coming out. There's a whole bunch of shit for me that's going to be out, but I don't know. Where am I going to find the time to do all this? I don't know. If it even is possible. But we'll figure it out. There's a bunch of other shit too that I didn't even name off. Please get it wet, man. Thank you guys for the support, bro. Huge, huge support here on the channel this past week, and I want to thank you for it. I want to acknowledge the people in charge. Sith NEGAN is taking over this week, man. So I'll just give you guys the standings this week. Shout out to Shell if she's listening too. Hope you're doing all right there, baby. Sith NEGAN leads the week with $500 dono the other day. The Soundwave 92 in its second place with $69. You know I like that number. Renegade Joe Compton, $42. Spirit Infinity Roy, Sam Skyrider, Robert Heller, JD Venom, Robbie Hyde, Joe Dubs, and Colonel Santos. That's this week in the standings of March, the first week of March. And so far, the month of March, we're pretty close here with DWELSH and Sith NEGAN. DWELSH about $100 behind Sith NEGAN. And the Soundwave 92 in third place there. So you see your 3 stars. And just on the outside looking in is JD Venom. And I want to thank the Renegade for all his support last week. Everybody else as well. Pure Country's even on the board. Debe's Mud Flaps is on the board at the bottom there. So that's the month of March. You still have time to overtake. Become one of those top stars throughout the week. Wednesday night, AEW review. Thursday night, Beat the Clock. And then Friday night, it's Monetize This Live right here on the Joe Cronin Show. So I'm excited for that. Check out Patreon. I'm out of here. Kisses. Thanks to Robert Heller for that late one, man. What's up? 3 out of 10 Monday Night Raw tonight. Boring for the most part. Pretty much Kevin Owens' announcement was the only fucking good thing. Edge's promo was good. We really actually didn't talk a lot about that. Edge's promo was good. I liked Edge's promo. Good stuff there. The women looked like shit in the ring. Pat McAfee playback was decent. Bianca Belair was blah. And then Kevin Owens came out and cut a pretty good promo at the end, I suppose. Kind of a lackluster night. 3 hours of my life that I'll never get back. Blah. Thanks for the support, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. And look for something special on Patreon by tomorrow night.